Welcome to Taco Bell. Using the words up today?
No, not today.
Give me just one moment. I'll be right back with you.
Sure thing.
Thank you. So sorry about that. What can I get started for you?
2 tacos, soft tacos, chicken. Yeah, chicken soft tacos. All right, welcome to or welcome back to the channel, whatever the case may be for you. If you are new here, it's your first time visiting, welcome, glad you're here. You can call me Damian, and this is the Moral Misanthrope. After this reaction, I'll do a brief little, because it's completely related, but I'll do a brief little explanation of how I came to be the Moral Misanthrope, why this channel was named what it was, why it exists, because it directly ties into this. And I'm going to do a whole other video on that, but I'm excited, really excited to make this video today, and I'm not at the same time, if that makes sense. I'm excited because of what it is, and but I'm not excited because of what it is. Jesus.
Greetings, good people of the interweb. It is I, your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I know that Satan and I may not necessarily get along or see eye to eye, but there is one thing we can certainly agree upon. DamienBlackheart is a really great guy, and the Moral Misanthrope is one of the best channels on YouTube. So accept him into your heart and subscribe. Blessed be.
Yeah, so we're doing a DeathbyRomy reaction. I'm not a reaction channel, but we're doing a reaction. I'm reacting to a new DeathbyRomy lyric video. I know I don't usually do lyric videos. I usually like actual music videos, but this I feel is going to be very important. Today, one of the first things I saw when I woke up this afternoon was a post on Facebook. I follow DeathbyRomy on Facebook, of course, like on all the platforms, because she has quickly become one of my absolute favorite artists over this past year. But so this was the post. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Guerra, the Spanish word for war, a threat to the silent. That's the name of the song, Guerra. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Guerra. Anyway, I wrote this song last Sunday, unable to think of anything else outside of the absolute havoc our dictator of a president has sent countless undeserving families into over their right to a home on stolen land. He has no heart, and mine is breaking for my city right now, but it's happening everywhere, and as an artist, I owe it to speak up against what I don't believe in, and I don't believe in a fascist state. Love this. Love this. Thank you to my producers and team for allowing me to speak up and scrambling to release this immediately. Speak up now. Love the call to action. Your voice does matter, I promise you. And that's what I'm doing. I'm using my voice because I share these same beliefs. My heart breaks for Los Angeles and all of the cities that are starting to experience what Los Angeles is experiencing, and all the cities that are going to experience it. For all of my friends who are of marginalized and vulnerable communities, who are the targets of all of the hate and misinformation and violence and everything that's being directed towards them. Some of the comments I'm seeing like tomorrow. Well, if you're watching the, I'm not sure when this is gonna be posted, But it'll probably be happening as the No Kings Day or No Kings protests are happening around the country and world even. But, you know, there was a point. Oh, yeah. So, of course, on the social media platforms, there's plenty of posts about in different cities and like messages about safety and warnings from like law enforcement, you know, sheriff's offices and things of that nature, warning, you know, about what to do to stay safe and how to try to de-escalate, not escalate situations, which we know there's going to be a lot of bad people who are going to try to do that because that is part of the agenda. It is a fascist, authoritarian agenda. And it's been written out. Like, there's no arguing that is fact. It's not like it's a hyperbole or radical leftist fucking conspiracy. No, it's goddamn it's planned out. It's been planned out. They gave us the fucking blueprint. And we know that I'm talking about Project 2025. Trump is surrounded with all of the architects from Project 2025 and with all of the executive orders, all of the moves, all of the everything that's been tucked into all these bills. It's fucking happening. I've mentioned it in other videos. But so DeathbyRomy, I love her music. She's an incredible, very talented artist. Everything she does, like visually, like directing videos, like just her ideas, her music, her vocals, everything, and you know, apparently beliefs are amazing, and I commend her so much for this move. I hope that more artists I love will follow suit. She is also a firearms advocate, which I appreciate because you know, I like women who believe in, you know, protecting themselves and their communities, even if it means with deadly force, because sometimes that's necessary. You know, not that I think that I'm advocating for that. I'm kind of advocating for it. I hope that myself and other people like Romy are never put in a situation where they are forced to defend themselves or someone lethally. But if it happens, it's better to be prepared for it. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling about this. I'm excited to see this. You know, of course, there's that, you know, selfish part of me that wishes this was like an official music video. But again, she was pressed for time, apparently, and just wanted to get this out there. And good, because I'll bump this in my car. I'll put this on a playlist. I'll drive around. I'll listen to this like crazy. Let's see what this is about. Well, I mean, she said in her post what it's about. I mean, it's, you know, Viva la Resistance. Anyway, okay, so this is DeathbyRomy, Guerra. Alright, Romy ain't fucking around. And I mean, she never had. Lyrically, if you listen to the rest of her music, like, Romy has zero fucks to give. And, I mean, she obviously gives a fuck about her city and her community and, like, other people. But I'm saying when it comes to, like, what she's got to do in order to stand up for the things she believes, like, zero fucks. Like, bad bitch. Fucking bad bitch. And I respect it 100%. But yeah, so purging fucking gas, like, yeah, she's ready for it. Damn, she said we're giving kids guns. Time to wage war. I love the visuals. I love that you got the flag. You know, she's holding a baby. It looks like probably wrapped in a flag. Yeah. I mean, I'll talk more on it in a minute. Blood makes the grass grow green. That was a cool line. Okay, so we got somebody who's holding an AK. For this being a lyric video, and they're not. I mean, it's just like it looks like they're kind of cycling through the same images, but the images, as simple as they are kind of powerful in my opinion. I kind of wish that whatever it was I was thinking about a minute ago and I said I'd cycle back to, I kind of wish I had just gone ahead and said something then, because now I can't remember what it is, but I remember that it was probably something really important or I wouldn't have said it. Hopefully I'll remember again. Okay, well, I mean, she said it right there. Fuck the head of the state, basically. You know what that means. So I just remembered. The song, I mean, it's definitely like, hey, we're ready for war. Like, it basically, it's like you can't win. Like, no matter what people do in protest, when they're protesting for civil rights, for human rights, for like justice, like when people are protest, the opposition, if you do anything that is even a little bit could be considered like not just peaceful and docile, they're gonna fucking go absolutely ape shit and just whine about violence and riots and shit. And yeah, violence and riots happens. That's how fucking change affects, because if you just stay peaceful, I don't care what your numbers are, like it, I mean, I'm not saying violence is the answer, but no matter how peaceful you are, if it doesn't affect change and people still bitch about it when you're peaceful, there have been plenty of peaceful, like super peaceful protests that have been escalated by cops that still did not get violent, except for the people on the opposition side. And you see all the comments online. You see people making videos about everybody still condemning the fucking protesters for wanting real change, real justice, like real accountability. But no, they're the fucking bad guys. Fucking bullshit. But I could go on and on, like the whole. Yeah, I mentioned it in, I think mentioned it in the Tom McDonald video I did, talking about, everybody's like, you don't have to resort to violence. You could be peace. Taking the knee, Colin Kaepernick, the NFL. Everybody had, you're disrespecting the flag. No. He was taking a fucking knee in opposition to fucking police brutality and the fact that our country is not holding police accountable when they clearly do something that is like horribly wrong. Murder, like, even when there's overwhelming evidence that they violated constitutional rights and murdered somebody, it doesn't make sense. Like, there's no matter what you do, I think is what she's saying with this thing. The time for peaceful is over, because no one's going to listen. If you do it peaceful, they're just going to bitch anyway. And I've been noticing that all day online, on Facebook, in all of the neighboring community and town groups and like law enforcement agencies. All the posts that I've been seeing on Facebook are overwhelmed with just people bitching about migrants, just people whining. It's still calling them all criminals. And it's like, when ICE is just camped outside immigration courts and they're waiting on people who are going through the correct procedures, following the proper avenues to become legal citizens, and they're ripping families apart, zip tying children, just doing all these horrible things. Like, all these people in the comments just bitching, calling them all criminals, seeing them go to schools and kidnap mothers. They're going into hospitals, churches, hanging out at Home Depot, raiding workplaces. These aren't criminals. Sure, a good bit of them might be undocumented, but they're not criminals. Many of them are trying to escape horrible things happening to them and their families and their country. They just want a better life. They're contributing to our country's economy and making our country better by being here. So many people just demonizing them, but for no reason. No evidence to back up their claim. They're not tons of mentally ill, criminal, gang rapists. That you have more straight white American citizens that match that fucking description than you do migrants. Anyway, I think that's probably a lot of that worded a little differently, but that's kind of the synopsis of this video. Let's keep going. Goes hard as hell, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wouldn't expect any less, but I do love the production on this. And she's got an AK and everything. Yeah. Okay, yeah, like, I mean, that, she's not wrong, because, like, the majority of the comments that I've been seeing today with people opposing, people wanting justice and accountability and not wanting an authoritarian dictatorship or fucking oligarchs having all of our information and dismantling our fucking government, like agencies that we do actually need. And of course, terrorizing vulnerable communities is all fucking white guys. And then a lot of, like, you know, white women as well. But, you know, of course they... Oh, God. I know I'm white. I know. And I'm not, like, one of these, like... I'm not suffering from any kind of, like, white guilt or anything. But I do recognize, like, my place within the capitalistic system and, like, the privileges that I have been allotted as a white male, and how disproportionate there are a lot of scenarios can and do end up being when you've got, like, different people of different cultures and races and backgrounds and situations put into the same kind of scenarios, the drastically different outcomes that can result as a result of race, like of being white. There is a level of privilege that exists, whether white people want to admit it to themselves or not. It is true. Historically, I'm so angry. Let's keep going. Oh man, I really hope she does more, like, resistance songs, like more like I would gladly, with open arms, welcome an entire Death by Romy, like, EP or album dedicated to her hatred for this current administration. I'm not gonna even pretend like I wouldn't love the utter shit out of that. I know that that's a lot to expect of, and I don't expect that. I'm just saying, if I had 3 wishes, I mean, well, if I could find a way to incorporate that into one of the 3 wishes that would still allow me to be able to do other really big things to help people. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying that it would be a dream come true to get something like that, for her to give something like that to all of us, you know, on Team Death. But I'm overly excited just about this. This is already such a gift and a blessing, and I thank Romy immensely for this. Oh, it's about to end. Alright, that was a Death by Romy, Guerra. I think you're supposed to roll the R's like Guerra. Anyway, that song went hard as fuck, and that's an anthem. It's got me hyped. I want to blast that in my car. I wish I kind of want to just go to the store right now to buy an energy drink just so I can like blast that in the car. But it currently is also 1:39 in the morning, so it'd be kind of weird. But yeah, we're on the same page, and I'm so happy that she released that for us, for her city, for her beliefs, for everything. Like I said previously, I hope to see more of this from more artists, because I stand with LA, with all of the other cities who communities have been under attack. I know that there was a raid in, I believe, Memphis, in like a restaurant district there not long ago, and kind of the same shit happened. And I believe it's happening in Denver. It's happening in Spokane, Washington. Like it's been more and more are popping off, and it's getting insane. I'm seeing more and more videos, heartbreaking, gut-wrenching videos of people just being abducted, and innocent people. There was I believe it was in New York, there was a Chilean woman who was on vacation with her daughter, and they grabbed her off the street and left her 12-year-old daughter there, and the woman and the daughter are both like screaming for each other, and it's like, why? Oh God, I fucking it's overwhelming. It really is, and that's what they want. They're trying intentionally to overwhelm us and to instill fear. What is happening right now in this country is the exact same playbook, same timeline. Everything is happening just like it did in Nazi fucking Germany in the 30s and 40s. Everything that's happening overseas right now in the Middle East. World War III is about to pop off. A civil war in the U.S. is about to pop off. They're both probably going to happen simultaneously, and we are going to lose. I'm not even gonna guesstimate. I'm not even gonna throw any numbers out. It feels almost inevitable at this point, and that's what they want, which is real sad, real infuriating, super fucked up, beyond fucked up, absolutely abhorrent. But it make no mistake, it is by design. I can't, like, I'm gonna, oh yeah, so I mentioned I would say something about the origins of, the Moral Misanthrope. I rebranded this channel. It originally was just, a typical like user's YouTube channel. Like I wasn't trying to be a content creator. I just liked watching YouTube, and every now and again I'd make just a dumb video, or I'd like record some like band shenanigans, or like a band practice or something. Most of the stuff that I had rebranding and like actually trying to make something in my channel, everything's been like privated or deleted. But it was after Trump's first election, when he was his first presidency, and I saw the exponential rise in hate crimes and racism and bigotry and all of the hateful rhetoric, and just how people became emboldened to stop hiding who they really were, and just being openly hateful and racist and homophobic and bigoted and everything else. Like, as I saw that increase, It just, I saw the worst in people, even people that I would never expect it from, like, and a lot of them weren't like just as blatant about it, but just some of the comments and actions and things of that nature let you know who a lot of people really were and what they really believed or whose side they were really on. And you know, as someone who I've always believed that I have somewhat of a pretty strong moral compass because of how I was raised, even though it was a really weird, fucked up environment. But you know, my grandmother thought that it was her hope and dream for me, and really thought that I would end up becoming a minister. And oddly enough, I am an ordained minister, but I don't have a Christian congregation. I don't have any congregation. But besides the point, I was under the belief for the majority of my life that most people were good and had the same kind of moral upbringing, and like we all shared the same like baseline of what was morally correct and like what was bad and what was absolutely despicable, like that we all kind of shared the same views and values and things of that nature. What truly makes people American, what truly makes people Christian, things of that nature. And I found out very quickly under Trump's first presidency that everything I thought I knew was dead wrong. And I still want to see the good in most people. I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. I want to believe that people are capable of change. But at that point in time, I didn't think that. And I still question what I think now, but misanthropy kind of became a huge theme for me, because like even when I'd see somebody say something really good or do something really helpful, you know, whether it be online or in real life or whatever, I was always waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's like, okay, well, they said and did this really nice thing, but they're going to end up following it with something stupid and hateful about somebody else who isn't like them. And that's just what I came to expect from most people, or people of my color especially. And, you know, it sucks. It sucks that that's even a thing that I ever had to, and still feel that way. I hate it so much because I want there to be like goodness again. Anyway, that's I could make a whole video about it, but that's where that came about. And I hate what's going on in our country right now, and I stand with all of the people who are resisting and are making their voices heard. All of the content creators who are making amazing videos confronting and combating all of the misinformation, all of the lies, the blatant lies and hypocrisies that this administration is dumping out at catastrophic levels. You know, retweeting things that they posted, complete hypocrisies just like a year or two ago. Staying on top of that, you know, and coming with receipts and video evidence and debunking anything they're throwing out there that is false and they're using as propaganda. All the creators who are doing their part, keep doing it. Your voice means everything to so many people. I know my voice isn't that big, but I'm going to do and say what I can. And I love all of you, and I want our country and our world to just be a better fucking place. I know it seems really almost kind of hopeless right now. I mean, it seems like if you believe in the Bible, it seems like we are in fucking Revelations right now. And there's that small part of me that kind of hopes, kind of wishes. I mean, I don't believe that it's real, but there's that part of me that's like, man, I want to be wrong. Because I want all these Christians who are just being the most deplorable, hateful, hypocritical, violent, sinful fucking people, judgmental, just disgusting, verbally, physically, in every fashion. I would love to see those people held accountable before the God that they supposedly love so much. I would love to see them all have to explain to Jesus Christ himself why they chose to be nothing like him. Man. But yeah. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. Links in the description, whatever. I gotta go.